the name of Allah, the most merciful, mighty and gracious to all. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and welcome to the class of management. Dear students, today we are going to discuss the 20th lecture of the course, and again we are with the concept of motivation. In the last series of lectures we discussed some earlier theories of motivation. Now today we are going to discuss some more theories about the motivation. Here students, if you notice the word contemporary theories, contemporary simply means some modern theories, some advanced theories, some latest theories. So here in this section, inshallah, we will discuss some advanced theories of the motivation in detail. If you remember students, in the last lecture or in the last discussion we have covered the following theories. Each theory I have explained into detail. The first theory, that was about the Maslow's need theory, which we already discussed in detail. Simply this theory argued, or Maslow simply says, that if you want to keep motivated an individual, so you must have to fulfill the following 5 needs. That can be physiological needs, means basic need. Then after that we had the safety need. Then we have the social need. Then after that we had the esteem need, and then the self-actualization. After that we explain the ERG theory. ERG theory, that was basically presented by Adolphus. Adolphus simply argued, or simply we can say that ERG theory, that was the extension of Maslow theory. In ERG theory, the Adolphus basically divided the whole 5 Maslow's needs into 3 groups. That was the existence, the relatedness and growth. Existence, that was similar to Maslow's physiological and safety need. Then we had R, relatedness, related to social and status need. And then we discussed the G, growth, similar to esteem and self-actualization. So then there was a difference between Maslow need and ERG. There is a farako. Maslow way, har yo individual chikamde step by step the needs को fulfill ki. If you want to move to the next level of the need, you must have to be clear the first level need. मतलब safety need तत्लो दे पारा physiological need जरूरी दे, social need complete कवलो दे पारा safety need जरूरी दे, esteem need दे पारा अवल social safety और physiological दा जरूरी दी. लेकिन ERG दा से नवे Adolphus दावे चे जरूरी न दा. For example, संगा Maslow हुए individuals can be at all the categories simultaneously. मतलब यो नफर चिकम दे at the same time दो या 3 needs चिकम दे अगा सातलेशी. So that was a basic difference between the Maslow's theory and the ERG Adolphus theory. Then after that we discuss the theory X and theory Y. Chigura theory X and theory Y, it shows the behavior of the employees or managers in the organization. X aga khalaqte sexual ch dal khalaqti, self-directed khalaq nadi aga khalaqti chikamna organization khpala kar bachi tita direction pakari. Why aga khalaq di ch da self-directed khalaqti, motivated khalaqti, change accept kai khpala kar kai. Or simply stated we can say that X are the active personalities and Y are not the active personalities. Then we discuss the Hesburgh's 2-factor theory. Hesburgh's 2-factor theory simply that way, Hesburgh's way च दो रकम फैक्टर्स दी मुंग सरा, यो हाइजीन फैक्टर दी और यो मोटिवेशन फैक्टर्स दी. Hesburgh's दावे च गुरा हाइजीन फैक्टर चिकम दी दा सिर्फ और सिर्फ डिससैटिस्फैक्शन च दे दहा मेंटेन सदी. मतलब का हाइजीन फैक्टर चिकम एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर दी कदा मिलावीगी नो डिससैटिस्फैक्शन च दे अगा नहीं कन्ना मिलावीगी नो डिससैटिस्फैक्शन वरसरा फॉर एग्जांपल क्रिएट शी. और रियल चिकम मोटिवेटर दे अगा मोटिवेशन फैक्टर सी, मतलब अचीवमेंट, रिकॉग्निशन, ग्रोथ एटसेट्रा. नो दे वे च द रियल चिकम दे अगा तासो मोटिवेटर फैक्टर सी. There again we had the Macklin's theory of need. Macklin वे चिकोरा यो individual motivate सातलो दे पारा we require three sorts of needs. That is the need of achievement, and then the need for affiliation, and then the need of power. Now your individual, if you want to keep motivate an individual, so for his or her satisfaction or motivation, you have to require clear the need for achievement, the need for affiliation, and the need for power. And after that we had the last discussion, that was cognitive evaluation theory. Cognitive evaluation theory simply da argue ko that was basically designed to explain the effect of extrinsic factors on intrinsic motivation. They simply way chukura extrinsic chikam factors dikana aga the individual intrinsic motivation mane देर ज़्यादा तासीर लरी. मतलब खलक अक्सर दासे कानून की चखपल सेल्फ सेटिस्फेक्शन दे पारा कई, लेकिन का आगा मागा कार दे पारा कि इफ सही वाला ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या इंडिविजुअल या मैनेजरान चकम दे अगो माने एक्सट्रिंसिक फैक्टर फॉर एग्जांपल उठा की. नो बे व्हाट हैपन, द पीपल विल डाइवर्ट, their intensity will divert from intrinsic to extrinsic. Now that which extrinsic factor chikam de aga tachula intrinsic motivation level chikam de individual tachula aga disturb ki. And that was the last discussion by the name of cognitive evaluation theory. Tachula last lecture ke we have explained the following theory. Now today in this lecture we are going to discuss some more advanced theories. Among those theories we will discuss first the goal setting theory, Locke the theory over kariwa, and then goal setting theory. I shall try my level best to connect with the concept of MBO, management by objectives. We have a guru che goal setting theory changa MBO sara connected there, ya MBO chede sechwa goal setting theory sara sanga connected there, because goal setting theory practicality chikamada that is MBO. Now MBO chikam de sechwa deda basically shelter chikam de the goal setting theory da. And then under the goal setting theory we also will study the self-efficacy theory. Already your lecture ke self-efficacy theory ma explain kari hum data su de para. Upon completion of self-efficacy theory we will discuss about the reinforcement theory. Skinner chikama theory work kariwa, and that was about the behavior. Then we will discuss the equity theory. Equity theory theory. Via equity theory then we will also discuss the concept of justice. And we also will study the different stages or types of justice. And the last we will study the wombs theory, that is expectancy theory. All these are known as your contemporary theories. Matlab das so advanced level या modern level theories. Now let's start from the first, that is the goal setting theory. Goal setting theory ne bachde inshallah idea walu. Ab what is goal setting theory? This was basically presented by Edwin Locke. The theory chikamada dawadande kariwa Edwin Locke. Us Edwin Locke take away sir that the goal setting theory concept sir. If you focus over the name clear of the theory goal setting theory, it means that somebody, some entity will set the goals for some entity. Matlab yaw kas chikam de abo noro de para goal set kai. Zaka if you focus on the name is goal setting. Means set the goals. Simply stated, the concept that individual de para manageran chikam de sechwa aga goal sati ya aga goal specified ki. Us taha goal chikam de sechwa it must be accepted, it must be specific, and it must be sechwa smart in nature. Simply stated. No bache the goal accepted, the goal specific, or the goal chikam de challenging. Now what the theory says? The theory says that setting goals that are accepted, specific, challenging, yet achievable will result in higher performance than having no or easy goals. Manageran chikam de aga individual de para employee de para sechula khpala goal set kai usta kam chi goal set kai. Basically the goal chikam de it must be specific. Specific matlab that it is clear, it should be clear, specified thing. Because why am I suppose you sale increase kawal wadu or sale increase kawal okay Mr. A contribution we see. Now the contribution of the A must be clear. نو چې کله ا د لپاره مونږ وایو چې ستا کنټریبیوشن دا پکار دی اټ مین دیٹ آی ایم ګوینګ ټو سپیسیفائی د ثینګ لایک سپوز تاسو ته وایم چې ګوره وی آر ګوینګ ټو سټڈی د مینجمنٹ کورس اوس ګوره مینجمنٹ کورس مونږ سټڈی کوو بٹ انسایډ د مینجمنٹ وی هاف سم مینجمنټس and now I have to specify clear the management. Like for example, this is the under the management human resource management. It means now I have specified the subject. So simply stated, chekala manager on individual de para goal specified kai no goal by che specific shi. And then difficult goals. Difficult goal doesn't mean che dura grani sexual che that is not achievable. Difficult means challenging goal. Like in challenging does it is che that can be achievable. And the next that is accepted. Accepted matlab che har chala accepted hi matlab for example your goal ne ma che your individual set kare de suppose I have an employee by the name of A ma your employee de Mr. A ab ma Mr. A de para your challenging goal accept karo develop karo ab by che A tada patai saishwa che ma de para kam goal ta kale de saishwa manager ma de para kam goal ta kale da. It means now this is basically this goal is discussed with Mr. A, so it must be clear discussed so data munga wayu that is accepted. Now us goal theory anda hui chugura manageran kala hum individual ta goal sati ya taki ya jodai no awal khuda da che it must be accepted tolo ta bayat chaga accepted because that is discussed with the person. Manageran cho for example agu tara discuss kari ta shura publicly tolo de para. Next thing that should be specific, clear, and the thing that is challenging, unique, sexually difficult but challenging, which can be achievable. उसको ना goal setting theory के अक्सर concept में basically से ने चिदा goals must be smart in nature. Smart means specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Now managers will set goals for the individual with or without anticipation of individual. Goal theory da hui che gura manageran ho goal taki individual de para lekin with or without participation of the individual. So now basic premises assumption sidi che goal must be specific, difficult, with self generated feedback am pakar de and lead to higher performance pake pakar. Hope inshallah a bit idea will be clear. Later on we have some more assumptions or benefits of the goal setting theory. Yaw khuda da che increases the acceptance of the goals. Har you individual ta che de goal acceptance accepti agi reason da che gora har your goal har you individual de para juda goal da sexual and the goal must be discussed with that person sexual no har you kasta bayat che sexual yo with a discussion showy sexual discussion showy so that will be accepted. Second thing that it provides for self feedback, which means the internal locus of control that guides behavior and motivates performance, which simply stated self-efficacy. Now that's one. That way provides for self-feedback. Gura chikala your goal master discuss shawi mata patwi che for example zama hadaf da de saishwa or zabi achieve koma wala che da ma de para de and I must have to do this. So then what will be happen? My locus of control will be internal because वली इंटरनल लोकस ऑफ कंट्रोल कता सो याद माता थोड़ा पहला हम दा खबर क्लियर करी हुआ लोकस ऑफ कंट्रोल मतलब दा दे इंटरनल लोकस ऑफ कंट्रोल जे सूर बज एफर्ट कोमा सचवा आई कैन गेट इट मोर उससे तो गुरी सपोज आई वुड लाइक टू गिव यू एन एग्जांपल दे बता थोड़ी एग्जांपल दर कोमा गुरा सपोज जे यो गोल चे कम दे अम्मा दे पर डिसाइड शवे दे इफ एनी ऑफ द गोल इज फॉर एग्जांपल डन फॉर मी no gura mata bupati saishwa che da goal hasila walo de para saishwa when I will work hard I will get more मतलब सुबह सूरा मेहनत कोमा और बदा गोल से तरला सकमा अब saishwa दे सरा बज नूरम तशवीक केगा मा saishwa और दिन इलावा तशवीक सरा che kam de zab khpal effort हम saishwa देर ज्यादा पाके पुट कमा नो zaka da wi che gura de benefit da de goal setting theory that it provides for self feedback और self feedback से that guides our behavior and the behavior guidance से that is motivation chikam mata so saishwa and that will lead to the performance which is known as self efficacy. Don't worry, self efficacy mane inshallah ratun ki slide nu ke ba norum rana zawachoma norum clear ko inshallah. Don't worry about this thing. Hope inshallah bit idea will be clear. Gura the overall chikam goal setting theory that comes in a start اخلي صحیح شو ودې کې کم dimensions دي او بیا کم ځای کې ختميږي. if you focus on this diagram ګوره goal چې کوم دی منیجران goal ټاکي individual لپاره. managers they will set clear aside the goals for the individuals with or without anticipation or participation of the individual. دا یاد ساتئ دا خبره. نو goals چې دی it must be specific, it must be difficult. difficult doesn't mean چې achievable نه مطلب difficult challenging چې achievable. نو once چې کله دا clear شي نو goals نه دوه outcomes راوځي. one is the commitment of the individual about the achievement and one is the accepted. اوس خو accepted کې څه دی participation in settings. صحیح شو چې مطلب ما سره ډسکشن شوی دی مینیجر چې کوم ګول ما دې پر ټاکلې دی صحیح شو I know ما ته پته ده that is accepted to me. صحیح شو نو یو خو دا د acceptance دی. بل ګوره commitment to achieving. اوس commitment to achieving کې څه راشي one goals are public مطلب overall goals چې کوم دی صحیح شو دا ټول ولا publicly explain شوی دي. then individuals has internal locus of control. هر یو individual چې دی صحیح شو دې لپاره effort کوي ولې هغه ته پته ده چې اوس for example I can make my for example fate. زه خپل تقدیر چې کوم دی زه خپل مهنت سره چینج کولای شم. دې ته وی internal locus of control. صحیح شو مطلب زما تقدیر چې کوم دی هغه زما لاس کې دی. if I will work hard I will get more. if I will work hard صحیح شو I will attain my goals. and then self set goals. goals attain کولو لپاره صحیح شو achieve کولو لپاره زه به ځان لپاره self صحیح شو goals هم set کوم. after the commitment and acceptance we have the motivation level. څنګه ما تاسو وایي motivation څه وایي motivation simply means the intention to work toward goal. مطلب how much I am motivated clear toward the attainment of my goals. اوس ګوره د motivation چې کوم دی دا basically effect کیږي صحیح شو یا دې معنی دوه effects دي د دوه variable effect دی. یو خو دا د self efficacy ده زما confidence level صحیح شو how much I am confident to achieve my goal that is known as self efficacy. second thing that is national culture. آیا اوس چې کوم organizational culture دی for example the power decision شو صحیح شو دینه علاوه decision making شو صحیح شو دینه علاوه participation شو دا ټول سي دا دما for example organizational یا national culture سي. after the motivation level of employees the next thing is what the progress feedback and that will lead to the performance. اوس چې سوره commitment acceptance صحیح شو دا سیوا کیږي او motivation سیوا کیږي. it means if the individual commitment and acceptance toward the goal is high so motivation of the individual will be high. individual motivation will be high so definitely performance will be high. if the commitment and acceptance sexual toward the goal of individual is low so level of motivation will be low. so when level of motivation will be low so then what will be happen performance will also be low. چې performance low کیږي نو goal achievement low کیږي. چې performance high کیږي sexual no fast goal achievement sexual attain key. so that is totally clear the concept of your goal setting theory. so simply stated ma shuru ke sath hue for the individuals goals will be set by the managers and the goals must be specific, goals must be challengeable matlab difficult, goals must be accepted. the person will for example do commitment that how to the individual will do commitment that how to achieve the goal. so that will lead to the motivation factor and the motivation will be high so the performance will be high. so the performance will be high goal achievement will be the rate of goal achievement will be high. the whole concept is simply known as goal setting theory. hope inshallah a bit idea will be clear. now I would like to connect this whole goal setting theory with an MBO concept, management by objective. sometime goal MBO چې کوم دی دته مونږه management by objective یا management by performance یا management by for example participation هم وایو different نمونه دي صحیح شو. اوس ګوره most recognized چې کوم نوم دی that is MBO management by objective. अब what is MBO management by objective کته ته یادي already مونږه ډیسکس کړی هم دی چې ګوره MBO څه دی. MBO یو داسې پروګرام دی چې اول overall organization لپاره goals یا objectives جوړیږي. بیا هغه goals صحیح شو یا objective چې کوم دی هغه second level لپاره صحیح شو middle level لپاره چې کوم دی distribute کیږي. bia middle level च कम दे सचुला द गोल इंडिविजुअल दे पारा डिजाइन कई so simply stated that is a company wide goals and objectives bia goals aligned at all levels and then based on the goal setting theory जैसे हम साथ हुए चुगुरा bia च कई हर यो मैनेजर च कम दे सचुला अगर च कई अगर हर यो इंडिविजुअल दे पारा गोल टाकी that was basically the concept of MBO, management by objectives, participatory there. अब look at here, cascading of objectives मतलब categories of objectives सही शुरा आप शार चिवरतो वायु ची गोल संगा टॉप लेवल ना उनिसा या ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल लेवल ना उनिसा सही शुरा टॉप डाउन अप्रोच संगा रची मतलब संगा शुरू ना टॉप ना उनिसा बॉटम पर रची नो टॉप के गोरा फॉर एग्जांपल वी हैव अ कंपनी अवल ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल लेवल या कंपनी लेवल गोल जुड़ी स्ट्रेटेजिक चिवरतो वायु ओवरऑल ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स once your organizational objectives या goals sexual clear शी then it becomes the divisional level objectives. Divisional level के it can be the consumer product division, it can be the industrial product division, whatever उसको रा चिकन खबर divisional level तराशी ब्या चिकम दे it must be specified at the departmental level. अब डिपार्टमेंट मतलब प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट जानला सब्जेक्ट टू दी सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट जानला सब्जेक्ट टू दी अंडर द कंज्यूमर प्रोडक्ट डिवीजन एंड कस्टमर डिपार्टमेंट च कम दे जानला सब्जेक्ट टू दी सेम इज द केस ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोडक्ट डिवीजन मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट जानला स ऑब्जेक्ट टू दी रिसर्च डिपार्टमेंट जानला दी सेक्चुअल डेवलपमेंटल सेक्चुअल R&D च कम दे आगे से जानला दी ब्या च कम दे अंडर प्रोडक्शन वी हैव द इंडिविजुअल ऑब्जेक्टिव उस हर यो इंडिविजुअल च दे अगर जानला स ऑब्जेक्टिव्स सही हुआ. So that is known as the cascading of objectives or the hierarchy of objectives. चिकम सचुआ simply move with you top down approach. मतलब top ना शुरू की organizational level ना and it moves to the individual level. सही हुआ. अब उस मतलब नोर I would like to explain कि goal setting theory और MBO के सब फर्क है. वो कहता theory तासूल वाली MBO and goal setting theory दा most चिकम दे सही हुआ बिल्कुल यो रकम दी. सही संगा यो रकम दी अब जेता फ्लेक्स पेन कोमा चुगुरा व्हाट इज अवल लाइक एमबीओ बट डिफाइन कुछ एमबीओ वही से था अ प्रोग्राम दैट इनकम्पसेस स्पेसिफिक गोल्स मतलब यो दासी प्रोग्राम यो दासी टेक्निक चिकम के गोल्स स्पेसिफाइड कीगी ऑलरेडी आई टोल्ड यू पार्टिसिपेटरी सेट मतलब पार्टिसिपेटिव डिसीजन मेकिंग सरा सही छोला म्यूचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग सरा गोल सेट कीगी टॉप मैनेजमेंट मिडिल लेवल मैनेजमेंट सही हुआ डिविजनल लेवल मैनेजमेंट दैट कंबाइन द गोल सेट कई मिलके for an explicit time period यो खास टाइम पीरियड दे पारा explicit mean defined time मतलब यो काल दे पारा दो कालो दे पारा द्रि कालो दे पारा शपक मियां दे पारा that is an explicit time with a feedback on goal progress नो बे दे कि हम feedback system ही if कता सो नोट करी यो सीज like previous slide तबलार शू if you notice one thing जल्द हो गई that the goal setting concept की goal स्टडी yes goal स्टडी सही हुआ ब्यागुरा पार्टिसिपेशन सेटिंग हम स्टडे या सेल्फ गोल सेटिंग हम स्टडे यस दा हम स्टडे ब्या फीडबैक सिस्टम हम स्टा यस इट हम स्टा सही हुआ और गोल अचीवमेंट हम स्टा उसका सासुलत एमबीओ तफी करो कई इफ यू फोकस ऑन द एमबीओ द गोरी स्पेसिफिक गोल स्टडे यस स्टडे पार्टिसिपेटिव सेट स्टडे म्यूचुअली अंडरस्टैंडिंग सही हुआ दाम स्टा टाइम पीरियड स्टा यस टाइम पीरियड हम स्टा फीडबैक सिस्टम स्टा बिल्कुल फीडबैक सिस्टम स्टा it means all the components that are same ची MBO के कम concepts सी माह goal setting कम स्टरे मतलब goal MBO also contains goal specificity participation decision making expression time period performance feedback the salor वाला qualities ची कम दे सही हुआ sorry three qualities the goal setting कम स्टा MBO कम स्टा so then what is the difference between the goal setting theory and the MBO management by objective ना यो फैक्टर कता से सोचू कई सेकंड फैक्टर चिकम दे पार्टिसिपेटिव डिसीजन मेकिंग दा यो दा से फर्क दे जो विच इज एग्जिस्टिंग इन द एमबीओ बट दैट इज नॉट एग्जिस्टिंग इन द गोल सेटिंग थ्योरी गोल सेटिंग के पार्टिसिपेशन की देशी हुई या की देशी नहीं लेकिन एमबीओ के पार्टिसिपेशन लाजमी दे मतलब मैनेजर चिकम गोल ब सेट कई इंडिविजुअल सरा दैट विल बी द म्यूचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्लियर ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल देन दे विल डिसाइड द गोल लेकिन गोल सेटिंग थ्योरी की सदा गोल सेटिंग थ्योरी दा वही कि मैनेजरान च कम दे दे विल डिसाइड दे विल डिफाइन द ऑब्जेक्टिव गोल फॉर एन इंडिविजुअल with the participation or without participation. लेकिन MBO के सदे MBO के participation must थे individual सरा दा यो की पॉइंट थे सहीशवरा चिकम MBO चिकम दे गोल सेटिंग ना लग जुदा शी हालांकि सहीशवरा गोल सेटिंग थ्योरी इज द अम्ब्रेला ऑफ फॉर MBO चिकम दे कल हम सेट कीगी नो अंडर द गोल सेटिंग थ्योरी कॉन्सेप्ट सरा सेट कीगी होप इंशाल्लाह आइडिया विल बी नाउ क्लियर टू यू दा कम ची थ्योरी माता फला टोला एक्सप्लेन करा ना गोरा दा थ्योरी चिकम दा बस तासला उस दलता एक्सप्लेन हम कमा नो डिटेल के ओवरऑल चिकम खबर माता सो कड़ी दी चिगोरा MBO और गोल सेटिंग के से कनेक्शन ने दाद इस्तासो सरा MBO और Edwin और दाद इस्तासो सरा गोल सेटिंग थ्योरी और दाद इस्तासो सरा कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ट्रेड्स गोरा गोल स्पेसिफिसिटी या गोल स्पेसिफिकेशन MBO हम किश्ता यस गोल सेटिंग थ्योरी किमश्ता मींस गोल specification या specificity that also exist in MBO yes and it also exists in goal setting theory मतलब दोनों किश्ता yes goal difficulty mean challenging tasks it is also under the MBO it is also under the goal setting theory दोनों किश्ता yes feedback system MBO किमश्ता yes सही goal setting theory किमश्ता उस तक कम च participation system दे participation system मतलब individual participation system सही with the management goal setting theory के MBO के चले सही participation system स्टरे और goal setting theory के नश्तरे it simply means कि goal setting theory के individual दे पारा employee दे पारा मैनेजरान गोल टाकी सिर्फ फिर तो वायना कई लेकिन MBO के सही participation चिकम दे सॉरी goal setting चिकम दे आ individual सरा सही नास कीनी सही वर्ता वही और बया mutually चीज़ें define की it means that individual participation is available clear in the MBO but that is not available in the goal setting theory no the yo point participation individual participation चिकम दे लासा सही MBO is different from the goal setting theory या goal setting theory is different from the MBO theory बाकी द्वारा चिकम दे यो रकम कार की कल हम गोल सेटिंग की सही या गोल सेटिंग थ्योरी अप्लाई की आगे ना पस चिकम दे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन MBO कॉन्सेप्ट माने राशि सही होप इंशाल्लाह a bit idea will be clear now नो देख लक दा खरे सही कॉन्सेप्ट है जे देखे फर्क सरे नो दा फर्क मता सोला क्लियर को गोरा MBO emphasizes on participation goal setting while goal setting theory goals assigned as well as participatory can be equally effective मतलब गोल सेटिंग वाइज का पार्टिसिपेशन उस वाला दा मोर इफेक्टिव छी मतलब कि मोस्टली सही वाला पार्टिसिपेशन न कीगी दैट इज द की डिफरेंस बिटवीन सही वाला टू द थ्योरी होप इंशाल्लाह अ बिट आइडिया विल बी क्लियर नाउ सेल्फ एफिकेसी चिकमदा इंशाल्लाह आई विल एक्सप्लेन इनटू माय नेक्स्ट लेक्चर थैंक यू सो मच